All right, this your boy Pastor Mike, aka 90s number 5, and we are back in the 11th hour where we focus on our youth, we focus on our families, and we focus on our community. And what a great day it is, man. It has been so hot. Like, it has been hot, and I'm just, we got a little bit of rain yesterday, but not as much as I would love to have had. So, it's been just so hot outside. I told my wife, like, we need to just really invest in a pool. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Get that pool in the bathroom. Just jump on in the tub and have as much have as much fun. I was walking through the name. Well, before I tell my story, I got a super, super duper dope guest on the show today. And so I'm gonna give her the opportunity to tell us her name, what she do, where she from, and all that kind of good stuff. So go ahead, talk about it. Talk about it.
My name is Sophia. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I play basketball.
What area? Nashville.
Yeah.
What area of Nashville you from? Boy, hey, honesty, boy, we got to be on you. Nashville. Who said you was from Nashville? Perpetrating already. Where you from, girl?
I'm really from Smyrna, Tennessee.
Man, I'll tell you what, boy. I tell you what. See, y'all see what I got to work. This is my super duper dope daughter. This is my daughter. I'm so happy and blessed to have her on the show today. So, but anyway, let me tell you the story. I was walking through the neighborhood yesterday, and I saw this dude. He was in one of them little kiddie pools, and his arms and legs and everything was hanging out the pool, and the only thing was his little torso. That was all that was in the pool. And he looked like he was having a good time. And actually, I started to go over and join him for a minute because I was like, man, it's so hot out here. It's crazy, crazy hot. What you think about the heat? What do you think about it?
It's too much. I think I'll just stay inside.
Stay inside. Air conditioning. Boy, I tell you what, you back in the day, that's all we did was stay outside. No matter how hot it was, we was out there drinking water out of water holes and, trying to find a friend's house to get a cup of water. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. All right, so Miss Sophia Davis. So you from Smyrna, Tennessee. What do you do, Sophia? What do you do?
I play basketball and I go to school.
That's it?
Yep.
Nothing else?
Nothing
Hey,
else.
anybody got a job out there for Sophia? Like
I need one.
Yeah, she been wanting a job. So we've been working on that too. So tell us a little bit about the basketball. How you been enjoying that, kind of what that looks like for you.
Basketball has been fun. My AAU season just ended last weekend.
Right.
We won the championship. So
well, did y'all win?
Well, not we took second place.
Second place. Yeah, okay, cool.
Overall.
Yeah. So and you just made the what? You just made the high school team too?
Yep.
Man, so y'all be praying for it, brother. We gonna be running. We got football and basketball going on. So I'm excited for her. So tell us a little bit about what really kind of got you into that whole basketball thing. Did I force you into that? Just be honest. Did I force you into that?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
I started with City League.
Right.
I think you just asked me, you're like, there's like a program for City League basketball. Do you want to try it out? And I said yes.
Right.
And I just loved it ever since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I still be schooling her too. I may be a little bit older, but I still take her down through there. She don't like it though. I get out there and bust her head over a couple of times. Nah, I'm just playing. But we do have fun together. Oh, so I do. We got a lot of things we're gonna talk about today, and sometimes we just kind of get off subject a little bit, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with it. We kind of get off subject a little bit, but we're gonna this whole basketball thing. Actually, I'm gonna say that for later. I'm gonna say that for another day. So today we're gonna get into some topics because we're going to really focus on our youth today. And I'm so glad she's on the show. And I look forward to more opportunities to talk to young people like this, because a lot of times we need to hear from them. We really do. We need to hear from them, because a lot of times we as parents or as adults, we converse with each other about parenting and how we need to parent and what works in our household and what doesn't work. But you know what? Let's talk to them. Let's just talk to them and ask them that question, because now she said something that was pretty powerful before we came on the show, and I don't know if I can get her to say it again, but she said something really powerful. You want to tell me what you said about that?
I said Kids can't relate to parents. Parents can only relate to kids because they used to be kids once.
Man, I was like, girl, you going deep on a brother. Like, kids can't, let me make sure I got it right. Kids can't relate to parents, but parents can relate to kids because they used to be kids. And y'all have never been a parent, so y'all don't really know what we go through as parents. You just know what you go through. So that's a great point. And so, the plan is, man, hopefully we can get some more points of views from Sophia and hear some thoughts about teenage. Now let me set this straight. So we're gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna talk about two things. We're gonna talk about social media, and we're gonna talk about parents. So, and I just want to always put this out now. This is just her thoughts. These are the things that she's going through, the things that she's dealing with. Now, how old are you now?
I'm 14.
She's 14. So her thoughts are going to be pretty almost spot on because, that's that age group, that 13 to 17 age group. That's kind of where, as a parent, we feel like our parenting gets challenged it gets challenged like for real. So it's not going to be everybody's point of view, but it's going to be hers. And I think she's very insightful. And I think, we're going to learn some stuff today. All right. So today we're going to get this thing started. We're going to get this thing started off with social media. We're going to get it started off with social media. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So talk about how dangerous social media can really be for teenagers if they don't really, prepare themselves for it.
It's a lot of like there could be fake accounts out there.
Okay.
Scamming,
predators.
Yeah, predators, cyberbullying, just a lot of stuff. And then if you're not used to the stuff you see like online, like you're just like a normal kid, it's just gonna hit you and you're gonna be like what is all of this? And it can just trigger you, I guess, because you're not used to what you see
right and
on social media.
Right. Talk about that point a little bit. Like, how do you guys deal with that whole cyberbullying thing? What's one way you guys really deal with that, or what's some things that y'all could do to deal with that?
It kind of just depends on the person.
Okay.
Because not everybody has like the courage to speak up or talk to a peer or somebody around you about what's going on. So it really just depends. And then how to deal with it, just tell somebody older than you what's going on and they'll stop whatever's going on.
Or at least we'll try to stop.
Yeah, try to stop it,
so
because you can't stop everything.
So I just want to ask a question. Cyberbullying, how, in your opinion, for you, I don't know, you've never brought that up to us, but knowing that it's cyberbullying, like the person really is not able to, unless it's the same person in your same school or you have contact with them. But for the most part, cyberbullying, it's all just done online. Some people may say it's just online. They're not in front of you. Why are you tripping? Why are you having such a hard time? Because, they're just saying all that stuff online. It ain't like they're in front of you. So why do you think cyberbullying is such a big deal with your age group?
Because words hurt. Once you said something, you can't take it back.
Right.
Like, because a lot of people can go through a lot of stuff and you just don't know. And
right.
If you say that, it could just trigger them even more, and then they're just done.
It's like the old saying with the toothpaste, right? You can squeeze it out, but you can't put it back in because once it's said, it's done. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So what about predators? Like, how do you guys identify, or can you tell who may be a predator, who's not a predator? Or, can you do that? I don't know.
They can send you just weird text messages, but all you can do is just block them and delete whatever social media it's on.
Right.
Because it depends. I would just keep my account on private so they can't even see what you're doing. Just delete it.
Do you ever get afraid of predators on social media?
I don't really think about it, so no.
Do you think parents be overprotective with social media sometimes? Do you think we be overprotective? Are you open to that protectiveness?
Sometimes.
Why is it just sometimes?
I don't know. I think parents have every right to be like strict with social media because the world we live in is just crazy. People just do bad stuff,
right?
Boys and girls. It goes both ways.
Yeah. Social media can be a dangerous ground if you're not really watching out for it. And so, so there are some protective measures that we do take. And I know sometimes y'all don't like that, but, like you just said, there's a lot of things going on online that, you guys may not even be, that we may not even be aware of. So the easiest thing to do is just say, hey, look, let's just nip it in the bud. Okay. All right. Here goes a tough one. Okay. You ready for this one? Okay. Do you feel you spend too much time? I'm gonna just say on your phone. I'm not even gonna say social media, but because all that's gonna tie in. Do you feel like you spend too much time on your phone?
Yeah, not gonna lie, I do.
Yeah,
I mean, it's addicting. I don't know. Like, especially TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok. That's all you
man.
really hear is just new TikTok this, new creator this. Like,
Right, right.
it's addicting.
It is. So, what do you think the solution to that is? If you know you're spending too much time on your phone, what do you think the solution could be for kids?
Just try to manage your time. Do things that are more productive than just being on social media. Because I mean, it's 24 hours in a day. There's more things that are important than social media. So, I mean, unless you're younger, I mean, you can't really do much. So, I mean, but if you're older, just do other things that don't have to do with social media.
Do you think spending too much time on your phone? Now this now once again, this is Sophia. She just kind of talking, and y'all said, oh, she talking to her daddy, so she ain't gonna be honest. No way, she gonna tell him what he
No.
wants to hear. Yes, she probably will in some areas, but I'm praying that she's gonna be honest and truthful about this. Because what's the point of having this conversation if she's not gonna be truthful and honest about it? Do you feel that the more time you spend on your phone, does it create a wedge between you and your parents?
Oh yeah, because it's like when you spend so much time on your phone, and then it's time to spend time with your family, you don't want to do it. You're like, because I'm on my phone, I don't want to come down and spend time with you guys. I'm just on my phone. Like you're just so addicted, you get caught up in what's not important that you just don't realize what's actually important.
And
So
it's amazing that you use that word addicting. Like, what makes it addicting? Like, what makes it where you just have to be on it all the time? It didn't, just why did, well, let me ask it like this. Why do you feel like you just have to be on it all the time?
mm, I don't know. It's like you just I don't know. Like you said, you just like I don't know. Hmm. Like you can't go 1 second without looking at without not looking at your phone. Like you just constantly want to look at it and just see what's going on the internet.
Okay.
But it can also be negative. I mean, there's positive stuff online too, but there's also negative, and then you get caught up in the negative, and then it just goes on from there.
Do you think TikTok is influencing? Like, do you think it influences what you do, what you say, what you wear, how you act? You think it influences all those aspects of your life?
Yes.
Okay. So here, I'm telling you, we tough questions today,
Yeah.
boy. I'm telling you. So if you recognize that, why would you allow that to do that to you? I mean, if you recognize that's what it can do, actually, let me switch up that question. If you recognize that's what it does, how can you protect yourself so you don't get caught up?
Uh, just going back to I guess just managing your time, like just stay off of all the negative stuff. Really, just stay with the positive. Because I mean, it's better to spend more time looking at positive stuff than negative stuff. Because all
Right.
that negative just gets in your head. So positive, yeah,
Because we know for a fact is TikTok real. Because all the things that happen on TikTok, even Facebook,
yeah.
Instagram, Snapchat, all those things really real, or is people just kind of giving us Snapchat? They just giving you a snap of
Hmm.
what's going on.
Yeah,
So do we take that for reality, or should y'all take that as that ain't really real?
it
You know,
probably isn't real. I mean, because you never know. Like it could be a picture from a long time ago, and they just say, "Hey, I'm here, I'm there." You're
yeah.
just like, okay,
Yeah, the guy that bounces the ball off of 7 different walls and make a
yeah,
goal. Yeah, he ain't just doing that just right at that moment. He's
mm-mm.
probably done that how many times?
Thousands of
He's
times
done that
practice.
thousands of times where he missed, and just that one time he hits, we're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
I get it, man. I mean, because I know, sometimes, I'm not a big TikToker and all that, but sometimes you're right. Sometimes you get on there, people doing stupid stuff, and it's funny, and it can be addictive because it's just something to do, like if you're bored. But like if you're an athlete or something like that, or education and trying to get things done, we should look at that as a opportunity. And I like what you said too, because if you spend way too much time on there, now you begin to build a relationship with your phone and not your family.
Yeah.
Not your family. Okay, how does social media affect your relation? Well, we just talked about that. How does your social media affect your relationship with your family, friends, and with yourself?
Yeah. Just I get like just not I don't know, just getting caught up and just not paying attention to like what's actually important. So just getting caught up in it. I feel like you should just take a break from it sometimes because you don't have to always be on social media. So there's a lot more stuff out there that's more important. So
So when
managing your time.
yeah, you say managing your time, but how do you do that if you don't know how to do that? Does that make sense? How do you do that if you don't know how to do that?
I guess just try to come up with like a schedule. Like on iPhones, there's like a setting and it has screen time, and
Right.
it sees how long you've been on each app for like amount of time. So you can just click on it and it'll give you like like if you've been on it for an hour, it'll ding it. It'll say, okay, your time is up. You've been on it for an hour. So I guess just try to create a habit of
Right.
like just not being on apps for so long and just taking a break.
Right. Now I know so I know that as a parent, because that's what I am, that we use the phone as a tool to say, you don't get your stuff done, I'm gonna take your phone. And my gosh, you just act like the clouds just fell on your head or
Yeah.
something, like, you know what I'm saying? So why is it that that when that is spoken, because that's what we do, why is that such a big issue? Like, man, y'all always using my phone. Every time I turn around, y'all always talking about my I mean, well, why is that because why is that connection with you and that phone so tight like that?
Yeah. I feel like y'all say that just because that's all we do is just get on our phones. So it's like you're not gonna take something away that we don't use. You're gonna
Right.
take something away that we're constantly always using. So it makes sense, but I don't know. It's just because we're on our phones all the time. So it's like, why you have to take our phone?
It
But
still hurts, don't it?
oh yeah.
Man, man. So when we get into this parenting piece, man, I mean that's going to be a big subject too, and talking about the parent and child relationship, and what you said is so cool. I just enjoy what you said. Is that yeah, I've been 14. I've been there, done that. Ate the chips, drank all. I mean, I've done it, and like you said, you're not an adult. You've never been an adult, and so you can't see some of my point of views. But we're gonna go back and forth between this parenting thing and the social media thing. So I got a question for you about that. Since you made that great statement,
Yep.
let me ask you, why is it so hard for you guys to listen to your parents? Because if you recognize we've been there, then why do you guys have a hard time understanding that we're just trying to protect you and not hurt you?
I don't feel like it's like a trust. Some people it might be like a trust thing, but I feel like we just want to do it our way.
Right.
I don't know. Like we just don't want to listen. We just want to do it our way, see how it goes our way,
Okay.
and then I feel like at the last minute when you finally realize it's not going your way, then we try to turn around and listen to you guys. But it's like it's already too late. So
Uh do I'm sorry come in there anywhere? Like, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
like the I'm sorry,
Do it
this
really?
and that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna record that the next time you. I'm gonna record that the next time you say that. But okay, I get that thought. But you have a best. I'm gonna give a scenario. Okay, you have a best friend,
Mhm.
right? And you walked outside and you slipped and fell. Okay, and then you come back in the house, right? Okay, then your friend get ready to go outside. Would you or would you not tell them that there's a slick spot out there and don't walk on that? Would you try to help them and warn them about the slick spot?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want that to happen to them.
Right. So
Yeah.
would you really try to say, hey, you don't need to go this way, you need to go this way, and then be like, let me do it my way? Or would you say, well, go on then, do it your way then? Or would you just really be trying to help them look? Because I don't, I slipped and fell.
Mhm.
Now I didn't get hurt, but you may slip and fall. You may actually break
Yeah.
something. So really let me try to keep you from going that direction. Would you do that?
Yeah, I probably would, but it's like if you don't want to listen, you're gonna suffer the consequences. So I feel
Mm.
like that's the same way for parents. When you try to tell a kid something, they don't want to listen, they're just gonna suffer the consequence.
Do you like the consequences?
No.
Okay, so then All right, so we don't like the consequences and we don't like the things that come out of our actions. I get what you're saying. So the first time she goes out there, she slips and fall, and she let's just say she slips and falls and she just bruises her knee really, really, really bad. Okay. 6, 7 months later, same incident. You walk outside, you slip and fall, you go back in the house, your friend get ready to go outside. Now you try to warn him again. What do you think your friend should do? Should she listen or he listen, or should he just say, "Ah, you don't know what you're talking about"? You be like, "Well, you remember last time I told you you went on, did your own thing, you slipped and fell and bust your head. What do you think your friend should do?"
Listen.
Why don't we all do that? Okay, the first time I get that, I understand that,
Yeah.
but the second time, why we ain't listening?
They just don't want to listen. They go their own way.
No, don't
They
just say
think
they.
boys or girls go their own way. I mean, they just, like I said, it just gets too late to the point where you think you know what you're doing,
Right.
but you don't. And it's like the parents know what they're doing.
Well, I get that. I get
Yeah.
it the first time around, but the second time around,
It's
like,
already too late. You should have listened the first time.
well, no, the first time. The first time around, I get the first time around. You like, I ain't listening to you. I got this. And even if I slip and fall, I'm good. But when you do slip and fall and break, bust, or scrape something, the second time around, should you not learn? So when a parent says, look, you need to get in and get them grades right. You need to get your grades right. You get your grades right, or whatever, yada, yada, yada. Then access to your phone, going out, doing all these types of things. It's cool. I don't care. Okay, you learned that the first time when you didn't get them grades right, and parents, they cut stuff off, and you like, then when you got your grades back up, you like, okay, I got this. Then why we let our grades slip again, and then be surprised at the consequences?
I guess the first time you just listen and then it just goes all the way back downhill. It's like
Right.
you do what you're supposed to do. It's like if somebody's like, make sure you do the dishes. You do the dishes the first time, and they're like, make sure you do it again next time. It just goes downhill and you just forget. And they're like, okay, well, you didn't do the dishes. So there you go.
So what do you think that is? Do you think that's parents just being mean? Do you think that's parents trying to teach you a set of rules or responsibilities or preparing you? So why do we get mad when our parents do that to us?
Yeah, I think it's responsibilities really. Cause I guess like parents, I like once again, parents know what they're like talking about because they're parents. Like we don't know because
Right.
we're kids. So I feel like parents are only here. I mean, not only here, but parents are here to like teach you and help you. So like when you get older, you know what you're gonna be doing. Like,
So that's kind of cool. So that
responsibilities.
kind of goes into the question about how do you feel about parents overall? Like, how do you think kids feel about parents as overall?
I mean, it depends. It
Right.
depends on your household, cause
Right.
it really just depends. But overall, good. But
Good.
yeah,
Well,
cause I
what do
mean,
y'all think our role is as a parent? What do y'all think our role is as parents?
the teacher's responsibilities. So when we get on our own,
Okay.
we'll already know what we're doing. Because if you don't teach us that, we're gonna go on our own and not know what we're doing. So
Well,
it
I
really
want.
just helps.
I love to ask this question because I want you to go. I want you to that's right. I agree with you, but I want you to go a little bit deeper, like because I know as your father and as what do you think my role is? It's not just what you just said, but what else is my role as your father as your father? What else is my role?
To be there for me, protect
Okay.
me, provide when needed.
Mm-hmm.
Love us. Well, love me, everybody.
Yeah,
Um,
I love you. The mother too. I don't really know too much. No, I just play it. I just play it. I just play it.
I guess just push us to be great.
Push
Yeah.
you to be great.
Yeah.
So, and when what you just said, I think first of all, thank you so much for that. And what you just said, do you expect me to do those things, or do you have to ask me to do those things for you, or do you just expect me to do that?
I would just expect it. I mean,
Right.
yeah,
So you don't ask me to protect you, right?
yeah,
You don't ask me to do those types of things, right?
yeah.
So as a role as your let me say this, I enjoy being your father. I really do. I enjoy watching you on the basketball court. I enjoy sitting around tripping with you. Even today, like man, I'm enjoying today. You don't know, we're making memories today. This is going to be an everlasting memory. So I'm enjoying this. So those things you expect out of me, like you don't ask me to do those things because you like that's my dad. Like he just gonna do that, you know. Only thing I ain't gonna do is, hey, daddy, give me $20. Like I ain't doing that every week, but there's some things I will do, you know, that you don't ask me to do, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So my follow-up question to that is, what's your role as my daughter?
Now it goes. See, now it goes downhill. It's
Nigga.
different. It's different. It's different because you're a kid. Keep your room clean. Keep the
She said it
bathroom
all
clean.
goes downhill. Okay.
Make sure I get my chores done. Keep my
Okay.
room clean.
Okay.
If I have the bathroom duty, have that clean.
Okay.
Make sure you have clothes washed for the week.
Okay.
If sports, get some sports stuff done, like work out or do basketball drills.
Okay.
That's about it.
No, there's some more stuff. No, there's some more. Those things, those first couple of things you mentioned, I just want to lump all those into one thing, as in, you know, chores.
Yeah, so sure.
Okay, the second thing, the basketball stuff, that's yours. That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean. I would love for you to go to the University of UConn or Kentucky or I would love to see you go play D1, and I would love for you to go to the WNBA. But those are the things that you want. So I can't really make you do those things because that has to be yours.
Oh.
But what are some things in the household that your role as my daughter, what is it, some things that you should do that I should not even have to ask you to do? Okay, so you think about it. Think about it.
I'll say maybe school. Like,
yes.
Tagged along with like grades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. I'm glad you came on around. School. Because really it's just about three things. Only three things y'all really have to do. School is one, chores is another one, and then what do you think the last thing would be?
I don't know.
It's the one thing that we've been talking about this whole time.
Oh, responsibility?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
and listening to your parents. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna trick you up a little bit. So that's just what I do. But I'm gonna trick you up a little bit. Now you just said, Daddy, I expect you to do these things for me. I don't ask you to buy food. I don't ask you to do, because I just expect you to do those things. Why can't I just expect you to go to school, do what you're supposed to do, make good grades, do the things at home, and listen? So if you have expectations out of me, why can't a parent have expectations out of their kids?
I don't know. I feel like you can't really like expect something to happen like that. I mean,
no, you're right. You're right.
I mean,
well, school is 9 months out of the year.
Yeah.
I think it's 9, ain't it? 8.5, something like that.
I feel like parents are too like hard on us about like just in general, like parents are just too hard on their kids about like grades. Like I feel like it gets more important in high school. Now in high school, that's when you can't play around. I already know that. But in middle school, you can't really be like, oh, you have to make A's, because it's not like if you fail like a class, you don't have to repeat it. They just go ahead and let you go to the next grade.
Right. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's a great point.
Yeah. And then like you can't really tell a kid, oh, you have to make A's and B's, like, because that's not how, like, not everybody's brain is processed like that.
Right.
So I mean,
you're right.
Personally, I would just expect D's, really. Not even D, like really not even D's, C's. Cause I've heard C's get degrees.
C's get degrees.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's beautiful. I like that. That's funny. C's get degrees. Okay, but you know, if we tie these things in together, you know, you talked about the phone, spending too much time on the phone, spending too much time on the phone, but then also understanding that as parents, we're trying to teach you responsibility. One thing you said, you know, it's too late. It's too late. There's nothing you can do about it. She's already slipped and fell. It's too late. There's nothing you can do about it. As a parent, this is what we're saying. If I can't teach you in middle school, well, if elementary and middle school, if I can't help you create good study habits, then when you get to high school,
it's
guess
gonna
what?
be too late.
It's gonna be too late.
Yes, so that makes sense.
So we're trying. So we're me and you are just bantering back and
Hmm.
forth. You got some great points, and I hopefully you're listening to what we're saying. Because here's the thought. Because you do this all the time. You do it. What we gonna eat tonight, Mama? You cook. Mama, we going out to eat. Why ain't no food in the house? Where the food at, Mama? You know what I'm saying? Mama, the internet ain't working. Mama, what's wrong with the internet? Mama, something's wrong with my phone. So all these questions you ask us, and you are expecting a what? You're expecting an answer,
Yeah.
right? So anytime that mama and daddy don't meet the expectations that you have for us, you get to ask us, where's the food? Who's cooking? What's wrong with the internet? My
But it
phone
doesn't
ain't
go the
working.
same way for
But it
kids.
doesn't go the
Yeah.
same way for y'all. So when I say, hey, why these grades ain't right? Why your room ain't clean? Why you didn't do your chores? Why you ain't? Now we got a problem. Oh my God. Why you mom and dad, y'all always tripping. Y'all always want yada yada. But you get to do that. What if when you ask me about that, I was like, what you want? I don't know. You go find out. Golly, you always ask me about some food. What you go get your? So you wouldn't like that, right? So help me. So help us, those that are listening, help us understand what as a parent are we supposed to do with
I don't know. I guess I see why. I mean, we
that.
depend on y'all. That's why.
And I
mean, as
depend on
kids,
you.
yeah.
I depend on you. I depend on you because number one, I love you. I depend on you because I have faith and trust in you that you can just go to school, do what you need to do, and I don't have to worry about you. Just like you depend on me. You know, you depend on that, you depend on that food, that car ride. You depend on, that extra Christmas, them birthdays, those holidays. Mama, when we gonna go to the beach? Daddy, can we go to the beach this year? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So should y'all not have expectations that y'all should meet without us even having to ask?
Yeah.
See, I love these conversations because, and I'm gonna just tell you truthfully and honestly, I really love these because I really feel like God has really placed a particular calling in my life that what you said is really true, is that I've been your age. But now that I'm an adult, I don't want to exclude being your age. I want to start teaching young people to recognize that this role as a parent, it's not easy. It's tough. It's tough. So I'm raising somebody who doesn't know that what I'm doing is not easy. So what I try to do is I really try to get young people to see that this is a two-way street. Okay, so we're a family. You know, I have a role in the household, and guess what you have?
A role also.
You have a role also. You expect me to play my role.
But if you don't play your role back, it's...
Yeah. Get in the mic just a little bit more. There you go. Just say what you just said again.
I said, but if you don't play your role back, then
Yeah, it
you
messes.
can't be respected, I guess. Well,
Well,
not
not
really
respected,
respected,
but
but
it
it doesn't go the same way, but like back and forth.
right.
Yeah.
So what do you think that creates in the household?
Mm, maybe you're like arguing, like just arguing over stuff that could have been done like that.
Yeah, and it also creates animosity. It creates issues. It creates all these types of things that really doesn't have to be there, because when you say, "Daddy, I love you," I mean, which I'm not gonna go into that. That's a whole nother subject in itself. But when you say, "Daddy, I love you," you know, we work together as a family, and I understand it. I know as you get older, there's some things you're going to want to do on your own. You're going to wear certain clothes. You're going to want to go to certain places. And Lord help me, y'all pray for a brother. Them boyfriends going to try to start coming in. You're going to want to date some guys. And, and as a parent, it's tough for me to let you go. Like it really is. Y'all have to understand, as a parent, it's tough letting you go, because I'm used to picking out all your stuff from Jamboree. Excuse me. I'm used to picking out your clothes. I'm used to picking out what you eat, what you watch, how to comb your hair. I'm used to doing all of that for you. But now you're saying, Daddy, I don't want jamborees no more. Daddy, I want to wear this. I want to watch this. I want to go here. I want to eat hot Takis all day and drink knee high drinks. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So when you start doing that, I mean, I'm like, I gotta let my baby go. Like I gotta let her go. Like I gotta do that. So that's kind of tough, right?
Yeah, especially being the only girl in the family too.
Oh
That's what makes
yeah,
it harder. With
that's
boys, it's like okay, but girls, it's like oh no.
okay. So since you mentioned that, do you feel that you're treated differently because you're a girl than we do the boys?
No, to be honest, no.
But it is tough being the only
Oh
girl because
yeah,
there's not another. I'm mixing my words up. That you got me nervous. That's
yeah.
what it is. It's not having another young lady in the house your age. It is tough, I'm sure, because it ain't like you can just run to your brothers. I mean, you could. I mean, talk to them about something, but there's certain things you probably don't want to share with them because they're boys. I'm imagining. Cause I don't want you telling me everything. That's what your mama there for. Don't come to me about everything. But you come to me if you run into some issues with some, with some other stuff. Cause one thing we do is we haven't done it in a while. Is I like going to the park and playing basketball. Like me and you go and
Yeah.
we'll play in the park and teaming up on some people who think you can't play. That's always fun.
Oh yeah. Competition.
Competition is fun. We
Yeah.
get out there, man, and we'll get the plan. And we don't always, but I would say if we played somebody 5 times, we're gonna win at least two of them, 2 out of the 5. And the 3 that we lose, they gonna be close. They
Yeah.
ain't gonna be no blowout or nothing.
Yeah.
They is gonna be
That's
close.
true.
Because you score most of the points. I don't score too many. My bones don't move like they used to. Okay. Do you think parents listen? Do you think parents listen to you guys?
Uh, once again, depends on the household.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, I think you guys do listen, but I feel like you guys just don't listen the way we want you guys to listen.
Cool. And that was my next question. You rolled right into that. How can parents listen better? How can we listen better?
Mm, hmm. I guess just check up on us.
Okay.
Really, just like ask, are you guys good? Anything going on? Just stuff like that, cause you never know. Not all kids. Once again, they're not gonna come to you and tell you what's going on.
Right.
So I mean, you just never know what a kid could be going through without telling you. So just checking up on them once in a while will help.
That's a great point. I know we don't have a lot of time because we could go for like 2 or 3 days really on this discussion. But I think one thing that hurts my heart, and I don't know if this is the place for this question, and it could be, and I maybe putting you and me on blast. So I may this question may get me in trouble too. What's the fear when you said all kids don't want to go to their parents about issues and problems? What's the fear? Because if I love you, you love me, I'm your parent, and what you just said, why I'm here. What's the fear?
Mm, I don't know. That maybe they're just scared of like I wouldn't say rejection, but like judgment. I mean, we know you
Okay.
guys aren't gonna judge us, but that's just what goes on in our mind. Like, what if they just say this? What if they're like, no, you're fine. Just I don't know. That's what probably just goes on in other kids' minds too. I don't know.
Well, what goes on in your mind when something's going on in your life, whether it's good, whether it's bad, or if you have questions or you just have some concern, what's the fear to coming to us and just saying, okay, I messed up. This is what I did. What's the fear of saying, what is that fear?
Mm, I don't know. It's just
Okay.
reject. I don't. Oh, it's not rejection, but it's like you just don't want to hear something bad. I don't know. Well, not bad because you know your parents are obviously gonna be there for you, but
Right.
I don't know. That's just what goes on in people's head.
You know,
Maybe
I'm
just.
sorry. I didn't mean to cut
Oh
you
no,
off.
you're
I'm
good.
sorry.
That's all. That was all.
I really try to equate parenting and sports. Sometimes it don't go over well. Sometimes it does. But you play basketball. You have a coach, and your coach is on you about basketball, like shoot the ball, or dribble left, dribble right, do this, do that. And if you don't do those things, what will your coach most time do? There's
Take
several
you
things
out.
they'll do.
Just yell at you and say, "Why'd you do that?" Take you out, replace you,
Right.
make you sit on the bench.
Okay.
Probably lose trust in you because you didn't listen. So they might not give you any playing time. They might start somebody over you.
Right.
So
But
it's
do
just
you take that though? You take that stuff from your coach, and your coach is not out to what?
to hurt.
She's
Well,
not out. Well, if it's what I said, she, but he's not out to hurt you. He's out to get you to be better.
better.
Why don't we take that same approach with our parents? I mean, parents are not out to, you know, for your demise. Why don't we take that same approach with our parents? And we're gonna get ready to close this out here in a few minutes.
I think we should. I mean, I mean, everything
Yeah,
just
you're
makes
right.
sense. Everything just coming together and it makes sense. So,
And that's what I want, not just for our family. I
mhm.
want this for as many families as God would allow me to touch that. I want families to start communicating and start understanding and knowing that it's a two-way game. Like, it's a two-way game. It's not all me and it's not all you, but it's us. How can we work together to make our family work, knowing that there are things that I have to do as a parent, to make the family work, and then hopefully prayerfully knowing that there's some things that you have to do as the child to make this family work, because I can't lay my family all up on you and say everything is your fault, and you can't lay everything up on me and tell me that it's my fault, because I'm not perfect. God, he's the only perfect person that we know. So I have some flaws. I got some flaws. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about them on air though. But I got some flaws, you know. So loving each other and creating that family atmosphere is what it's all about. I love phones. I give you the phone because I think you've deserved it and you've done some great things, so you deserve the phone. But I never want the phone to replace me. I never want the phone to replace our family. And I think a lot of times, and I see it in my household. So I know I can't have the only household that has that, where, y'all go upstairs and you close the door and we don't see you for 3 or 4 hours. You
Yeah.
come back downstairs, get your little bite to eat, get your swallow of water, and then you go back upstairs, shut the door, and we don't see you no more. I mean, that's not why I gave you the phone, for you to disconnect from my family, because I don't do that. And I think what you said is true, is that it creates a divide in our family, so we got to keep working. So what's next on your plate, Sophia? What's next on your plate? School's getting ready to get started. You got another month before school starts.
Mhm.
So what you gonna do the rest of this time?
um, I don't know. I'll probably just be chilling.
Just be chilling.
Yeah.
Just be, yes, Lord. I'm about to buy some more hot Takis and some more knee high drinks. Get my supply up. Get my supply up. Hey, but man, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I really appreciate your honesty. We really didn't get it. We got into a lot, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we did too.
We did. We got into a lot. Would you like to do this a little more often?
Yeah.
Man, I would love to hear from you guys. If you guys are listening, or you guys have an opportunity to just make some comments, let me hear from you. I think we may do do a segment like this maybe once a month, where I bring in Sophia, and she kind of talks from her heart about being a teenager and getting along with family and friends and social media and life, because life in itself is just tough and it's hard. And so we may do that. If y'all like the conversation that we had today, please comment on the Facebook page, or on the apps and things like that. Let us know what you think about this. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it. She done zoned out on me, y'all. She ready to go. All right, so she done zoned out. She's like, okay, Daddy, you got all out of me you gonna get for today. I'm ready. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, but remember, man, you should be out there trying to make movements, not just moments, because it's about the movements in your life. And remember to always do the things that are right. Hey, this is your boy, Pastor Mike, aka 90s number 5. Remember to hit us up on our Facebook page, the Nicholas Foundation. Remember to check us out, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish. And then remember, always do what you know that is best. I'm out. Peace.